and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I hope that y'all are doing awesome. Today we have the last video in my Pride Month video series on LGBTQIA+ identities. We'll wrap things up by talking about our final romantic orientation of the series. Know that this is by no means a comprehensive guide to all romantic orientations. It's just been a sampling of some of the most common identities. Remember that romantic orientation describes who, if anyone, a person experiences romantic attraction towards. This is separate from sexual orientation, or who, if anyone, a person experiences sexual attraction towards. Check out my Day 27 video for more info on the distinction. Remember that some people don't experience sexual attraction. They only experience sexual attraction once particular conditions have been met, or they experience limited sexual attraction. These people are on the asexuality spectrum, with people who never experience sexual attraction being known as asexual. Similarly, some people may never experience romantic attraction, or maybe they experience it sometimes but not all of the time, or they experience romantic attraction only under particular circumstances. This describes the aromantic spectrum. Think of romantic attraction on a spectrum like sexuality. People who experience romantic attraction are at one end, and people who never experience romantic attraction are at the other. Someone who does not experience romantic attraction to anyone may use the label aromantic. Aromantic is not the same as asexual. Asexual solely describes someone's lack of sexual attraction. An asexual person may still experience romantic attraction, and many asexuals do still desire romantic relationships. It's possible, however, for someone to be both asexual and aromantic. Sometimes people who are both asexual and aromantic refer to themselves as aro-ace. The aro stands for aromantic and the ace for asexual. A person who experiences romantic attraction rarely, fleetingly, only in certain circumstances, or who has trouble telling if what they're feeling is romantic attraction, may identify as gray-romantic. This just describes that they find that they fall somewhere in the gray area between being romantic and aromantic. A person who is aromantic can still experience sexual attraction and can be of any sexual orientation. Some aromantic people experience a desire to have close relationships with people that are deeper than friendships, but that aren't romantic partnerships. One of these types of relationships is referred to as queer platonic relationships. Queer platonic relationships are relationships that are not romantic in nature, but they involve very close emotional connections that are often deeper or more intense than what is traditionally considered a friendship. Aromantics simply just don't experience romantic attraction. They may still desire close relationships and friendships, and they can experience sexual attraction. If you're interested in learning more about aromanticism, check out the description box down below for more resources. Okay everyone, and with that, that is going to conclude my Pride Month video series. We covered a lot of information when we talked about sexual orientations, gender identities, and romantic orientations that are all part of the LGBTQIA+ community. That being said, this was by no means a complete guide to all sexual orientations, gender identities, and romantic orientations. There are plenty of things we didn't talk about, and also plenty of issues we didn't address or dive deeply into. This series was just to give you foundational, definitional resources that provide education and raise awareness about different identities in the LGBTQIA+ community. Learning about different identities is the first step in working towards ending prejudice and bias against people in the LGBTQIA+ community. It also can be the first step in helping to sort out your own identity. Remember that a little respect goes a long way, and that it's never okay to force a label on someone, to disrespect or deny their identity or pronouns, or to reveal their identity when they've asked you not to. Remember too that you don't have to understand fully what someone's identity feels like or means to respect them and be kind. Education is important though, so take the time to educate yourself about different LGBTQIA+ identities and issues. The fight against prejudice and discrimination isn't just for LGBTQIA+ people. Be a good ally and learn how you can amplify the voices of LGBT+ folks. Have polite conversations with the LGBTQIA+ people in your life about what their identity means to them, because these labels mean different things to different people. Listen openly and kindly. Respect people's existence. We all have the right to occupy space on this planet, and we all are part of humankind. We may express our gender or sexuality differently, and while it's important to honor and respect those differences, it's important to honor and respect our similarities too. Finally, remember that everyone who isn't cisgender, heterosexual, and heteroromantic is LGBTQIA+. Unnecessary gatekeeping directed at people of certain identities has no place in the LGBT+ community. I hope that this video series was helpful and that you learned something. Feel free to share it with people in your life that you feel like could benefit from watching it. Let me know down below what other videos you'd like to see from me. What do you want to learn more about? Check out the description box down below for my sources and for other resources if you're interested in learning more about aromanticism and other LGBTQIA+ topics. You'll also find resources for LGBT plus affirmative therapists and for crisis and suicide hotlines down below. If you're considering suicide, do call a crisis hotline or call 911. You are worth it, and suicide is never the answer. Thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Until next time, bye-bye!